Modern-day technology is advancing at very fast rate. It makes very hard for us to keep up and come up with proper regulation. There are some technologies which are warned by scientists not to use. Let's have a look one by one. 10. Lethal autonomous weapons. Lethal autonomous weapons, laws, are a type of autonomous military system that can independently search for and engage targets based on programmed constraints and descriptions. Laws are also known as lethal autonomous weapon systems. Laws, autonomous weapon systems, AWS, robotic weapons or killer robots. Laws may operate in the air, on land, on water, underwater, or in space. The autonomy of current systems as of 2018 was restricted in the sense that a human gives the final command to attack, though there are exceptions with certain defensive systems. 9. Human augmentation. Human augmentation is the ability to perform actions, whether physical or mental, with the help of tools that practically integrates into our bodies, pushing the limits of our natural capabilities. Human augmentation is the term for technologies that improve human capabilities. They primarily work to elevate human performance, health, or quality of life. Popular examples of human augmentation technology are devices such as cochlear implants or robotic limbs. One of the downsides or drawbacks of expanding the R is that it depends on the assortment, investigation, and redistribution of various kinds of information, especially through the use of big data, hence raising worries over protection rights and security. 8. Genetic editing. Genome editing, or genome engineering or gene editing, is a type of genetic engineering in which DNA is inserted, deleted, modified, or replaced in the genome of a living organism. Unlike early genetic engineering techniques that randomly inserts genetic material into a host genome, genome editing targets the insertions to site, specific locations. Genetically engineered organisms pose an enormous risk to human society on a lethal and economic front. Natural lethal pathogens, such as the poliovirus and I. pistis, can be recreated or improved, and malicious people could use these genetically engineered pathogens to kill millions of people. 7. Neurotechnology. What is neurotechnology? Neurotechnology encompasses all technologies developed to understand the brain, visualize its processes, and even control, repair, or improve its functions. New research is already highlighting the potential uses of neurotechnology for improving speech in paralyzed individuals and treating post-traumatic stress disorder. In the near future, neurotechnology will create new connections between disjointed parts of the nervous system. There is very limited continuous sensing with limited means of modifying stimulation to the nervous system as needed, based on neurofeedback. This means neurotechnologies are, as yet, unable to perform autonomously and in synthesis with brain signals. 6. Advanced ransomware. Ransomware, an increasingly common threat, can be considered a form of advanced malware. Ransomware limits or sometimes completely blocks users from accessing their system through a number of methods such as locking the screen or restricting access to encrypting files, until a required sum is paid. 5. Quantum computing. Quantum computing is a multidisciplinary field comprising aspects of computer science, physics, and mathematics that utilizes quantum mechanics to solve complex problems faster than on classical computers. The field of quantum computing includes hardware research and application development, but in practice, it is extremely difficult. The most advanced quantum computers today have dozens of decohering, or noisy, physical qubits. Building a quantum computer that could crack RACE codes out of such components would require many millions if not billions of qubits. 4. Hacked vehicles. Modern automobiles contain hundreds of onboard computers, processing everything from vehicle controls to the infotainment system. These computers, called electronic control units, ECU, communicate with each other through multiple networks and communication protocols, including the Controller Area Network, CAN, for vehicle component communication, such as connections between engine and brake control. Local Interconnect Network, LIN, for cheaper vehicle component communication, such as between Dr. locks and interior lights. Media-oriented systems transport. MOST, for infotainment systems such as modern touchscreen and telematics connections. And FlexRay for high-speed vehicle component communications such as active. Suspension and active cruise control data synchronization. 3. Genetic editing, genome editing, or genome engineering, or gene editing is a type of genetic engineering in which DNA is inserted, deleted, modified, or replaced in the genome of a living organism. Unlike early genetic engineering techniques that randomly inserts genetic material into a host genome, genome editing targets the insertions to site, specific locations. Most U.S. faith groups and advocacy organizations, such as the Council for Responsible Genetics, argue that germline gene editing is an unethical practice, potentially dangerous, and could lead to a new era of eugenics. 2. Facial recognition. Facial recognition is a category of biometric software that maps an individual's facial features mathematically and stores the data as a faceprint. The software uses deep learning algorithms to compare a live capture or digital image to the stored faceprint in order to verify an individual's identity. Facial recognition uses technology and biometrics, typically through AI, to identify human faces. It maps facial features from a photograph or video and then compares the information with a database of known faces to find a match. Facial recognition can help verify a person's identity, but also raises privacy issues. 1. Artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is a machine's ability to perform the cognitive functions we usually associate with human minds. 3. Robotics hand. 8 pages, humans and machines. A match made in productivity heaven. Our species wouldn't have gotten very far without our mechanized workhorses. Already, AI and machine learning enabled technologies are used in medicine, transportation, robotics, science, education, the military, surveillance, finance and its regulation, agriculture, entertainment, retail, customer service, and manufacturing. Machines today can learn from experience, adapt to new inputs,